it is easier, right, to be negative than to be positive.
Today we welcome Alioune Sylla, an entrepreneur and innovative leader in fintech, e-commerce, and education.
In marketing, everywhere in the world, they say that to you. You have to understand the market first.
Based in Dakar, Senegal, Alioune is a dynamic speaker and consultant with a passion for technological entrepreneurship. He recently teaches at Group Deco Dakar and serves as a consultant specializing in digital transformation.
We have our own culture. We have to learn our culture, learn our people, and adapt it our own marketing strategy.
As the founder and CEO of Marché Castor Online, he has significantly impacted digital marketing and business strategies. Alioune is also a prominent speaker at Seamless Africa, advocating for digital mobility and youth empowerment through technology education.
Unfortunately, here in Africa, we are lazy in adopting, in accepting different things.
Alioune is also the president of the Laboratory of Innovation and Entrepreneurial Research Association, which aims to facilitate the dissemination of information and innovation and contribute to entrepreneurial research to make entrepreneurship accessible to both young and older individuals. He holds a degree in applied mathematics from Université Kadi Ayad and has an extensive background in project management and digital skills training. Welcome, Alioune Sylla, to MoloMolo African Tech Stories. I'm really excited to have you here, my brother. I've said this off air last time we spoke, that you are officially my first Senegalese connection, and I'm really excited about that. So welcome.
Thank you, my brother. You know, it's always a pleasure to talk with you, to talk with such a relevant person, and to be invited in MoloMolo. The concept, the first concept of podcast talking about stories of entrepreneurship. Talk about stories of African people. It's very important, and I'm telling you, it's an honor to be here with you. Sharing some times together.
Yeah, no, thanks, Alioune. Alioune, I thought we should start from the beginning. Who is Alioune? Or should I say, if I were to ask your mother, or I were to ask your father or your closest friend, who would they say Alioune is, and how did he get to where he is today?
Oh, I think they will tell you that it's a very dedicated person. I think that what they will say, because Alioune is a man, a father, a son, a little brothers of four, and and an entrepreneurship, a leader in my sector, and as Alioune, in my papers, I'm Senegalese, yeah, and I'm proud about it. But definitely, I'm more African, people, black people, and I'm a person who want to see people perfecting in them sector. What I'm saying? That's what I want, driving people until they drive other people. That's who I am, that's what exactly I'm doing too.
Wow, that's really something to applaud, because nowadays we are fighting across Africa. Africans are fighting to be part of their country. The Malians are fighting to be Malians, and and Burkinabe are fighting Burkinabe, and it's good to hear that you are saying, listen, I'm African.
Yeah.
I embrace all
Yeah.
cultures, and we are one beautiful continent,
Yeah.
which is really beautiful to hear.
Yeah.
Welcome to MoloMolo. That's the reason why MoloMolo is here,
Yeah.
is because we want to make sure we integrate,
Yeah,
right?
sure. And the name of MoloMolo, I have to ask you for, where it came from, because
Yes,
I
yes,
think that MoloMolo is used everywhere in Africa. We are using it here
correct.
in Senegal to say step by step. May
Aha,
yes,
good stuff.
yes. In Senegal, in Wolof, if you say, "Oh, go molo molo," it means step by step, but one
Yeah.
step after the other. But you have to make sure that the step that you will put is the best one, not the step back, but always the step forward. That what is mean. That's what that's what
Wow.
I understand. That's how I understand the concept of molo molo.
I'm so happy someone else is advertising MoloMolo in the perfect way, because that's exactly what it
Oh,
is.
great, great.
It's basically saying that Africa can only be built step by step,
Period.
slowly, slowly, but surely for surely.
Sure.
And the only way for us to have a secure and empowered African entrepreneurs and professionals is that we speak about our history, we speak about where we come from, we speak about what we are learning, but also we speak about why we have chosen the path we have chosen. And I speak a lot about the concept of Molo Molo in my very first episode, where I introduce myself a little bit, and we go into the various aspects of why taking your time is so important.
Sure.
When you have serious problems, Alioune, when you have serious problems, which most African countries have, you can't have a quick solution. You can't have a solution that is quick, that is adopted from the west or from the east of Asia or something like that. It has to be an African solution, and an African solution needs to be slow and sure that it will solve all the problems. So that's Molo Molo. That is Molo Molo within tech, of course, but it is wide across the sector, right? It's in our personal lives, how we deal with our families, how we deal with technology, how we deal with business, and how we deal with our own mindset about how we see life, because that's probably the most important
You know,
part.
I'm one that would think that you can't achieve anything without fixing your mind first. I'm not talking about mindset, because in mindset is two words composing a mindset, right? So you have to
Yeah,
fix it your mind first. You know what I'm saying? You can't see a
yeah,
success man building himself in a difficult mind. You know what I'm saying? You have to fix your
yeah,
mind first and build a mindset and stay it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's very important for us, for African, for entrepreneur, to see where to start. I'm coming in Molo Molo. You know what I'm saying? Where to start. Unfortunately, people see success stories like Dangote. Come on, let's
yes,
take an African example, like Mr. Dangote.
yeah.
He's not my friend. I have to say Mr. first. You know what I'm saying? Like Mr.
I was about to say, if it's your friend, s'il te plaît, on s'échange les numéros là. Tu me donnes le numéro, tu sais que je peux le biper.
Tu as tout compris. So, like Mr. Dangote, if you go to ask for Mr. Dangote, he can tell you that even he start from the bottom, but He starts from being good in his mind first. I used to
Yes.
say that poor people, if you are poor, you can't be success because in your
Mm.
mind you have a lot of important and an emergency to fix than making a business.
Mm.
You know, in
Yeah.
French we talk about pyramid de Maslow, the Maslow
Hmm.
pyramid, right? So
Yes.
if you are on the bottom of the earth pyramid, you know, your your emergency is not building a company, is not making business.
That's right.
It's for
Yeah.
searching. It's for searching for what to eat, you know,
Yeah.
searching for a shelter for use for families, etc. You know what I'm saying? So if I, in that
Yeah.
way, I come in MoloMolo concept. You have, if you want to success, you have to make it step by step, surely by surely. Make first that your mind
Yeah.
you are good first. You know, you have to concentrate all your resources on being good in your mind first and implementing a
Yeah.
mindset, a winning mindset. You know what I'm saying? A business mindset, exchange mindset. Go searching for information. Go searching for good people with who you have to make money. You have to do business. You understand?
Yeah.
If you guide it step
Yeah.
by step, 10 years can pass very, very, very quickly. You see yourself in your Lamborghini car or your Bentley car. So 10 years later, you were searching for, you were not, you were not thinking about car, you know what I'm saying? So actually you
Yeah.
were good and you are, you're doing your business and you are success, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So have to understand in what I say, be success is not a driving a car or stuff. It's about achieve someone. Buying a
Hmm.
car, buying a house, you achieve nothing. And achieving something is you can go to vacation, you know, and your CA is
Hmm.
still increasing. You are
Yeah.
you build a monster. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's what I say.
Now, it's a very interesting take, Alioune. If I were to ask, how did how did Alioune become an entrepreneur, and what is and how does becoming an entrepreneur had to do a lot with innovation within technology? What would you say is your journey to becoming an entrepreneurship?
Yeah, after the high school degrees, I was abroad in Morocco, to do some mathematics. You already have my background about it. So when I finish and I
Yeah.
come back to Senegal, first I didn't have a job. I was in the house, and it's like your your parents was making were invested them money in you to have
Yeah.
degrees. You come with your degrees, and you were here, you were sleeping because you don't have you don't have job. And
Yeah.
some month later, I have a job in a hospital. I was the man who
Hmm.
picked the phone call. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
yeah, it was like I'm here with my degrees, but I don't have a job, and I don't be anymore at the house, seeing my parents looking at me like what he's doing, what he is waiting for. I accept
Yeah.
it and I do it right. I was happy to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because personally,
Yeah.
culturally, in me, I'm happy when I'm walking. What about the walkies? I am happy when I'm walking. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so so I was happy, and in that I have a real job. You know,
Yeah.
a company is calling me for for communication and marketing director, some kind of stuff. I was there.
Alioune, Alioune, can I ask something? I know you mentioned when you were not working, but you had come back from Morocco with your degrees, and now you're not working. I think you were also selling tomatoes or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. I'm coming.
On the
I'm
street.
coming on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
Sorry.
don't
Carry
worry.
on.
Don't worry. Oh yeah, I was selling tomatoes and potatoes, stuff like that, man. Look, I'm still selling it, man. I'm still doing it.
Okay. Go
Yeah,
for it.
man.
Sorry to
One
bother.
of my business. I will tell you about it. Don't worry. So
Yeah.
I was in my jobs, and walking, like normal man. I was happy, I was not the happier man, but I was happy because it's a job, I got money for it, etc., etc. So, and after that, I look at around my environment, and I see that there is a problem. And the problem is women have to go to market to get them potatoes, them tomatoes, them vegetables. Why not I bring the market to them? It's more easy, you know? And after that, I build the first company, the second one company that I built here in Senegal was Marché Castor en ligne. Okay, so there is a market, a famous one, a historic one, names Marché Castor here in Dakar, right? So I call it Marché Castor en ligne, online, right? So I start and as I say that my aims is to bring the market on your house. Right? You don't need anymore to go out or selling stuff, right? And I started with some some collaborator, right? I I stepped back to my job, you know, and I was selling
Yeah.
tomatoes, and it was a shame for some people. Yeah, for some
Yes.
people, it was a shame that they say that this guy was on broad, coming from broad with some degrees, and he's selling
Yeah.
vegetable. He's selling tomatoes. What's wrong with him?
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, what's wrong with him? What are he smoking? That's the first thing. Yeah, that's the first question. And I'm serious. That's the first question that they ask. What are what what is smoking for? Because how
Yeah.
can you leave your office? You were director somewhere, and now you were selling tomatoes. Come on, man. and and
Wow.
yeah, and it's in your own family, but it is, if it is in the street or stuff, you don't care about it, man. They have time to
Yeah.
spend on your business. You don't have time to spend on what they think for, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
in your own family because they don't have those entrepreneurship culture in them.
Yeah.
And when the project was bang, and everybody was coming and saying, "Man, you a genius. How do you think of those solution?" Or before that project was bang, they was calling for what the hell he is smoking of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is it
Yeah.
is very it is very very difficult. It was a very difficult path to realize that you can build something, right? If you got the good
Yeah.
mindset, right?
Yeah.
But what I told you before, my mind was clear before because I was working, I got money on my account. So I was clear there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got my
Yeah.
time to be focused on the project.
Wow.
work. Yeah, it worked till the time that people was calling for, hello, hey, I got some money. I want to invest in your business.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when you realize that you have built something. I don't I even don't think about success, but I talk about
Wow.
building something. So what you are doing is working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was my first company my first company that becomes something. Some
I see.
you understand?
Yeah, I've got a question about that. I mean, would you say that too much, I mean, what prevents Africans, or at least people in Senegal, but I think it's across Africa really, where they are so scared of innovating or jumping into something new, and they'd rather just keep working, and but yet at the same time, right, at the same time, make negative comments about someone who's trying something that they are too scared to do. Why do you think that's the case?
There is 2 points in your question. Let me please start
Yeah.
with the second one, the negative
Yeah.
comments. I understand one thing is it is easier, right, to be negative than to be positive. You understand? You can see negativity wherever you want, but there is people and most of them have a lot of difficulty to find positivity in negativity. That's why what I used to say is what are you are living, whatever the thing you are living, look closely, you can see a positive thing in it.
Yeah.
And if you got it, you have to catch it. It is your directive line. And there is the way for success. Whatever, I'm telling you, the thing that you are living, the truth of moment you are living, there is definitely one thing positive in it. And you have to grab it. I told you that for what? You can see a lot of criticism, negative criticism, free, how can I say mention in English? A hurtful comments on you. I give you an example. I give
Yes.
you an example. Here in Senegal, right?
Yeah.
Here in Senegal, people who are selling vegetable, first, they are women
Yes.
and and they are old women. It's like those women
Yes.
who have spent all them life, and at the end of them life, they are selling
Yes.
vegetable
I
for
understand.
them.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Yeah.
selling vegetable is called is ndugu here in Senegal. Ndugu is go and catch
Ndugu.
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 Ndugu, yeah. It's for female person, right? So when I
Yes.
start
Yeah.
selling vegetable, people from my own families was calling to say, "Oh,
Yes.
Alioune is now selling ndugu. What's happened?
Yes.
What's wrong with him? He unsuccess. He
Yes.
failed." So what they call failed. So here, if you go on broad for your education or for immigration, you have to come back with something. You know what I'm saying? You have to come back
Yeah.
with something. And when I say something is a thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Do you understand what I mean? It's like
Yeah, I
building a
mean it.
house, or coming and buying a car, or coming and being director somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
those things that you come can be ideas, and
exactly.
good ideas, the best one you can have. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they say he failed. He failed because he spent 6 years on broad. When he's gone, he's a boy. Now he's a man. And what the hell he is doing is selling vegetable. Come on. And the
Ndugu, Masekisa.
yeah, that's crazy. And the first time they saw you on TV screen talk about those ndugu,
Yes.
oh, they say, oh, it's interesting what he's doing. We have to look at what he's doing. It's interesting. I'm selling ndugu since 2016. It's almost
Wow.
8 years I'm selling ndugu. I never had a customer from my own family. Never. Zero.
Oh, wow.
Zero, my friend. Zero. Zero. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? So
I understand.
this is very negative, right?
Yeah,
But what
yeah.
but what is positive in it is they don't believe in my business. But there is people who ever don't know who I am, who don't know who is behind this business, is leaving my business. You know what I'm saying? They call
Yeah.
and tell me that where you were for your business is saving my life. You know, because
Wow.
because it's like I'm on office from Monday to Friday, right? And I have to wake up early the Saturday to go to the market, coming back, lunch for my family, etc. And now I don't have any more to do that. I can make my orders,
Yeah.
and the Saturday at 9, at 10, at 11, on in whatever I want, whenever I want, you bring me my order. So you save my life. You save my Saturday.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
what is positive
Yeah.
for me. And here, if you know a person like you, Pauline, you my friend, I can say some positive stuff. You can understand it, hear it, but you can say, "Oh, he's my friend. He's cool. He say that, I mean, to boost my business, to boost my confidence."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if he's a person you don't know him, it's like the comment that you receive when you post your podcast, your stuff. People
Yeah.
who reading something and say, "Oh, nice concept. Oh, you were talking good.
Yeah.
Oh, good point." And people who send it message and talk about you and tell you some positive stuff. This is the more important. And this is the positive thing that we have in the business, and we scrap it on that positive thing and we go on. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's about
Yeah.
mindset. It's about mindset, and
I hear you.
people have to be, positive. If they are not positive,
Yeah.
you have to be positive. You know what I'm saying? So this is
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
second part of your question, because it is very important, and it is stuff that really entrepreneur here in Africa are leaving behind the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what we are living. So if you talk about innovation, I don't think it's a fear. I don't I
Okay.
don't I don't think I don't think I don't think so. It's a fear. You know what I'm saying? What I think
Yeah.
is what I think is it is uh, laziness, intellectual laziness. It's I can say it like that in English, right? Intellectual laziness, because in French
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
say we say paresse intellectuelle. Il
Yeah,
s'agit
yeah.
d'une paresse intellectuelle,
Correct.
right? It's a kind of
Wait.
laziness. Unfortunately, here in
Yeah, yeah,
Africa, we are lazy in in adopting, in accepting different things. It's like it's like when WhatsApp's coming. It's an application. You can send a message. You can call. You can make a conference call, right? You can send your vocals. You don't need
yeah,
anything to understand about this app. Just just download it, right?
yeah, and use it.
Then just download it and use it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's the stuff. But what they said is, oh no, I'm good with my Nokia 33 my Nokia 3310.
yes,
I'm good with it.
yes,
You understand? That's what
yeah,
it's not a it's for me, it's not a fear, you know. It's a kind of it's
yeah.
a kind of laziness.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a kind of laziness because every every innovation, whatever the innovation is, it is real. Let's talk about the real. But you have to be curious, right?
Yeah, yeah,
To discover it. To discover it.
yeah,
I told you,
yeah,
selling vegetable is the most simple thing you can find in the world.
yeah,
Get up, take your car, go to the market, take your carrots, your potatoes, your tomatoes, etc. Pay it, take back your car or take the bus or whatever you want and get back home. That's what it is.
yeah,
Getting vegetables. That's what it is, right? So, having vegetable at home is another thing. You have to discover it. There is some, some stumbling block,
yeah.
the touch and feel situation,
Exactly.
right? The touch and feel situation.
Yeah,
And that part of the business is to get, to trust on the business.
yeah,
And unfortunately, here in Africa, every innovation is seen like a scam. You understand?
that's true.
The innovation are
Yeah,
seen like a scam. Like the man is, oh, this man is selling vegetable. Okay, I'm good. Okay, I make my basket. Okay, it's what? It's 15 euro. Let's talk about euro or dollar, $50 or 30 mil francs CFA, whatever you want, right?
yeah,
You can pay it online with your mobile money, right?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
but those guys, I don't know them. I never see them.
Yes,
If I paid,
yes,
I could never see in my product.
yeah.
If I paid, I ordered 2 kilos of potatoes, I can get half. So
That's true.
so yeah, man. It's a different culture. We're in Africa.
That's true.
I used to say one
That's
thing,
true.
brother. I used to say one thing. We all
Yeah,
learn marketing, right? And those
yeah,
marketing coming from USA, brother. It's coming from
yes,
USA. And they was thinking about them them people, them population, them
Yes.
culture, and they make some rules about marketing, right?
Yeah.
French guys, French people see that, take it, adapt it for them
Yes.
culture, for them population, and they
Yeah.
and they and they learn us, they teach us the marketing based on them culture. You can't
Yes.
implement it here in Africa. We have our own culture. We
Correct.
have our own culture. We have to learn our culture,
Yeah.
learn our people, and adapt it our own marketing strategy.
Yeah.
And our marketing strategy is based on contact with the customer. If you,
Wow.
yeah, sure, I'm telling you, if you have 1,000 of customer, you can be on contact on them. So now
Correct.
you call for some tools from American people call it automation.
Yes.
You understand? So the customer
Yeah.
love to see, hello, Mr. Pauling. Oh, Mr. Oh, thank you, Mr. Pauling, for your stuff. Oh, Mr. Pauling, we are you ordered this or that. Oh, Mr. Pauling, oh this or that. You can't be here, always reading, writing emails or
Yeah.
writing, and email doesn't work here in Africa, in our in with
Doesn't
it
work.
doesn't work. We use WhatsApp directly, and if
Yeah.
yeah, sure, and if the customer got that message from WhatsApp, the first thing that he said is, oh, it's a person who sent it to me. And it's a
Exactly.
kind of
Wow.
contact.
Good point.
Yeah, it's a kind of contact. So
Good point.
our marketing is based on trust. You
Yeah.
build you build those trust with your customer. You understand? So
Yeah.
so the innovation, like I said, is they are not fear. They fear the scammer, but they don't. They
Yes.
are they are. It's the kind of laser. So what they say? Oh, look, what I do is good. Every Saturday I go to the market. I never had a problem. Nobody will come and take my money there. It's good. Even if it's not a scammer, even it's not a scammer, but I don't risk anything.
Yeah.
You understand?
I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
No,
my
it's
that's my
it's
point of view about
really
about innovation.
no, I think Alioune, it's really thank you so much for such a elaborate answer because you're right. We do have as Africans we do struggle with change, right? We do struggle with
Yes,
change. We struggle with people scamming us, les arnaques.
yes,
We struggled with people around us who we trust taking our money.
yes.
Ouais, mon argent est où? C'est parti. Qu'est-ce que c'est? We trust with we lack trust, and it's really good to hear that indeed our marketing cannot be a westernized or US or European marketing. It has to be direct because it's all based on trust,
Sure.
and I really appreciate. Now I wanna change and really kind of use this theme of trust and dealing with helping people to change with some talking about some of your challenges when it comes to one of your roles, which is teaching at the Groupe Subdeco Dakar,
Okay.
and how are some of the obstacles you managed to overcome in helping people learn about marketing, communication, and understanding, those specific concepts. What are some challenges you had to face to really help people really grow in their knowledge?
Yeah, I mean, there. A shout out to to Subdeco Group because it's a school that trust in me to give me them them students. So if they give me them students, so I think that they think that I'm good enough. So
Yeah.
so the part challenging for me is like I'm not from academic. First, I'm not from academic side, right? So I never learned how
Yeah.
to teach. You understand? Because
Yeah.
that's what we calling pedagogy, right? I never learn it. I never learn how to teach. That's first. The second one, I never did um, my my schools, my business schools here in Senegal. You know what I'm saying? I was on board,
Okay.
right? So it's
Yeah.
a bit different. And the last one, but not the least, is the most important part is I'm not okay with the way that we do our courses. That the
Yeah.
way that you know we are evaluating those students. I'm not okay with it because I don't understand how the man or the student who show a lot of interest in you and your class mark, right?
Yeah.
Who is trying all along the courses, who is trying, he's here, he's asking question. You feel that this guy is trying to understand, he is loving what you are doing. How
Yeah.
come this guy have more than the one who did not show interest, who wasn't here in your courses, who's coming whenever he wants, you know, who the guy
Yeah.
who don't show interest. I don't understand it. You know,
Yeah.
I can't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
the challenge is I'm in an institute, right? They have them laws, them rules, and
Yeah.
the academics, the Senegal academics have them rules. I can't come here. I'm no one, and and starting with my own rules. No, it's not my company.
Yeah.
It's not my company.
Yeah.
When I build mine, and I'm in, and I'm on it, we will talk
Yes.
about it later if you want.
Yeah.
I can make my own rules there, but actually,
Yeah.
it's not mine. So that's what was the most challenging part of my job. And how I dealt with it is to explain the first day with the student. I explain to them first who I am, how I see the stuff, okay, and
Yeah.
where we want to go. And
Yeah.
I want them, we go together. The togetherness are needed in my classrooms.
Yeah.
I don't want to come here, give them my courses, and go back and take in my money because it's not about money. I
Yes.
do it, I love it because I want to speak. I love to speak in front of people.
Yeah.
You understand? I love
Yeah.
to talk in front of people. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
do that. There is some student, some clever one, some smart one who understood that and coming with you. And there is always people who don't. You know what I'm
Yes, of
saying?
course.
So you have to leave them because at the end of the day, they are not 5 or 6 years old. They are at least
Yeah.
22,
Yeah.
23. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They are
Yeah.
grown men, grown people, so they have to understand it. They have to know what they want and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was the most part. The challenging way is to adapt to all my knowledges. The way to practice to the Senegalese
Yeah.
academic, because like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not from I'm not from those school. I'm from the other one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's just adapting, and it's working.
Yeah. And that's quite interesting because how would you, if you were to ask someone, or if you were to give advice to someone who wants to do something similar, right? So let's say someone from even outside of Senegal, or maybe not in yeah, a neighboring country, and he wants to do something similar where he wants to teach young Senegalese about a specific concept. What are some advice in terms of adapting would you give to such a person?
My first advice that I will give or would give is to try first, to try to put all your students on the board that you are driving.
Hmm.
You have to get them on your back, because your students have to trust you,
Yeah.
trust your knowledge. Because there is a kind of, you know, how can I say it in English? A kind of think here. In general, students think that the teacher is here for him to not pass.
Yeah.
You understand? There is a kind of
Yeah.
a kind of you know advertise between student and
Yeah.
teacher. And me,
Yes.
what I advise is, the first thing that you have to say to them is, you are in the same boat. You understand?
Yeah.
You are happy if they understand. And
Yeah.
personally, I say that to my student. I say I can't spend all the courses trying to explain one concept to one person. I can't do that, because it is
Mm.
important for me to understand what I'm saying. We go
Mm.
together, we understand together. I repeat. I can repeat. I can pass all my time here to repeat what I'm saying in order you understand it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's that's why I have always problem with the time, with the time. Yeah, they allow me sometimes. Yeah, sure. Sometimes they allow me like 20 hour, but I
Yes.
saw them to, can you add five hour more? But you can pay me. You cannot pay me it. It's okay for me. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
it's important for me to finish first, and second,
Yeah.
to for the student to understand what it's
Yeah.
about. That's it.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Very, very interesting kind of approach, because I think if I were to summarize, the whole point is to understand that just because you're the teacher doesn't mean that the people who are you are teaching are not part of your success as a teacher. You have to, as a lecturer, you have to understand that the student, especially African students who also need to trust you, right? Like you
Yes,
said,
yes, it is.
they
Yes,
need to trust
that's what it is.
you. They because they know you have their future in your hands. You have their future in your hands. They need to trust you, and you need to be able to be patient
Yeah,
enough for them to over over the repetition for them to now become more curious about learning more,
yeah.
and that is really such a interesting take. Now, if I were to slightly change in terms of, you've obviously also been a consultant, especially in digital transformation,
Yes.
and I know you had an involvement in the Laboratory of Innovation and Entrepreneurship Research Associ- Association. What are some key opportunities that you see outside of education, perhaps, that you see for businesses in Senegal or across Africa? What are some key opportunities for businesses or new businesses that you can see in Senegal or maybe in Africa? What would you say?
You know, actually, Senegal in West Africa. Let's talk about West Africa. West Africa is like,
Yeah.
yeah, West Africa is like a desert. Actually, it's like a desert. There is lot of thing to do here. Lot of
Yeah.
thing to do. There is. Look here in Senegal. Here in Senegal, we politically we are the most stable country here in West Africa.
Okay. What do you mean?
Stable is we don't.
Têtu, non? Ça, c'est en français.
What do you mean?
Je veux dire, les Sénégalais sont têtus,
No,
ça
no,
que
no,
tu
no,
veux
no,
dire?
no, 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 no. Je veux dire stable. Un pays stable.
Ah, stable. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Stable.
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 Yeah,
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 stable.
yeah.
I thought you said stubborn. Je dis que ils sont têtus.
But it is true. They are stable too.
Ça aussi têtu.
Yeah. So it's a very stable politically. It's a very stable country because
Yeah,
we have our a new we got a new president. A new government
yeah,
since 3 months or stuff, and they are working
correct.
and we let them people let them work. We don't have some military stuff. We don't. Yeah, touch wood. We got a very stable country. So there is a lot of
Yeah,
technology in education too, in education
yeah,
apps, because actually the users of technology are the teenagers, because
yes.
because 70% of the population are teenage here in Senegal.
Wow,
Yeah. What
wow.
I mean, what I mean by teenage is like from teenage to 20, to 19. 19.
Wow.
70% of the population,
70%.
70% of the population are under 19.
Wow.
You know? Bec- So it is. So we got a path for technology. Whatever the sector that you want, education, food, delivery, driving, we have the path.
Yeah,
But the thing is, what I told you last time, the thing is, the marketing side that you will use. Because
yeah,
if you use the wrong marketing and communication stuff, you lose them trust
yeah,
automatically. And if you lose it, you are out. You are
yeah,
out because, like I said, they are not ready, to give you chances.
yeah.
Because
Yes,
when you are starting, they say it's a karma.
yes.
You understand? So
Yeah,
the real challenge is the way you use your marketing site. Look, I give you an
Yeah.
example. In mobile money,
Yeah.
we got Orange owned by French,
Correct.
yeah, French
Yeah.
people, and the to send the money,
Hmm.
you have to pay more than 10% of the sum.
Oh wow.
More. It is expensive.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, expensive. Expensive. And it was a monopoly. Nobody was
Yes.
there. Only them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when the governor allowed Wave, owned by a bank, UBA bank, it's an Nigerian bank, owned by,
Hmm.
so it's the Nigerian people. When they
Yes.
come, the first thing that they did is coming directly to the population and say to them they was stealing your money. Instead,
I see.
yeah, instead they apply more than 10%. We applied 1%.
Wow.
And we are African. And they use it. We
Yeah.
are African. And they use it. They push
That's
it.
true.
They push it. Actually, I'm telling you, Orange decrease them,
The fees.
the fees, decrease it to zero point 0.8 from 10
Ah, yeah,
to
yeah.
0.8. It's,
Are you joking?
I'm telling you though, it
Wow.
is it is less than Wave. Wave is still 1%. And people are
Yes.
using Wave. Actually,
I see.
people are using Wave. So, and they come with an innovation. The
Yeah.
yeah, the QR code scanning for sending.
Yes.
If you want to
I
pay,
see.
you scan, you send. If I have to give you the money, you are in front of me, I scan on your phone, I send. Secure,
Yeah.
simple. If
Yeah.
you don't have a mobile a smartphone, you can have just
Yeah.
a card with the scan,
Yeah.
with the with the
I
QR code.
see.
Link with your,
And that's yours, right?
yeah,
That's your
yeah,
QR
yeah,
code.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. Link
Simple.
with your phone, with your number, phone number. Like
Yes.
here, if I
Mobile
can,
money
yeah,
number. Yeah.
if I want to send you a money, actually, I just enter your number
Oh
and
wow.
it's gone.
So no longer need to enter long numbers on the
No,
mobile money numbers. Wow.
no USSD code.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have to make any more jazz, 1 2 3 jazz. What, I don't know
Yeah.
at star. I don't know what star. Oh, no, the sum.
Yeah.
No, not anymore. Just can send.
Amazing.
And actually, I'm telling you, people, personally, I prefer to pay more with Wave than with Orange. As simple as that.
That is really an amazing kind of take because indeed you are right. Is we as Africans, as entrepreneurs who are thinking different ideas, we have to understand our market. Yeah, that's the point.
First,
We have to understand our market. We have to understand our countries. We have to understand people's mindset. But also, we have to understand that sometimes innovation and opportunities is all about doing something as small as decreasing a fee and doing the same service. And all of a sudden, people come to you instead of someone else, right?
sure, sure. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
it's really
It's about
amazing.
understanding your market first. So in marketing, everywhere in the world, they say that to you. You have to understand.
Yeah.
You have to understand the market first, and it is the
Yeah.
most difficult part of the job to understand the market. For understanding the market,
Yeah.
you have to know and understand people who are in that market, the offer
Yeah.
and the deliver, right?
Yeah.
The customers
Exactly.
and the other guys, your concurrent. I don't know if I can say it in
Yeah.
English.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Your opponents.
yeah, your opponents.
You
It
know,
is.
competitors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it is.
You know, it reminds me. It reminds me of. We had a previous, a couple of episodes ago. We had a very famous South African businessman, Alan Craig, and he's one of his latest business was to provide broadband internet, high speed internet in the townships, you know, in the small townships in South Africa. And he was saying the same thing. He was saying you have to understand the market. You have to understand the people you are selling to. Those people you are selling to in the township, they don't care about ads. They don't care about, you know, this feature, this. They care about you coming to speak to them in person, showing them the product, let them touch it, let them understand it, speak to the different community leaders, let the community leaders explain to them in their language, home language, so that they are able to understand that this is, they can trust you through the leaders. And for me, that is something that as Africans we have to remember is that people lack trust and rather go to someone who they trust and let that person who they trust be your voice. And with that, you are able to reach as many people as possible. Like for him, he managed to uh, um, I think it was a specific township in the Western Cape. He managed to, him and his company managed to introduce fiber internet throughout the whole township. The whole township has more powerful internet than some suburbs in Cape Town or Newlands. And that for me is, and all this through mouth, word of mouth, door to door, knocking here, hello, 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 this is me. And that's Africa. That is typical Africa. That is what you need when it comes to marketing, right?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting thing. When I heard those kind of stuff, I'm happy. Because I say that it is not someone who have his idea and make some degrees at London or Germany or stuff, and coming here
Yeah.
and trying to implement it with those things that will he learn. What I mean is,
Yeah.
it is not. It is not. It is important to learn from American university, London University or stuff. But the most important to success is to
Yeah.
understand your market. You have to understand
Yeah.
your market first, and after that you can apply what you learn there. You understand?
Of
You can
course.
apply it.
Yeah.
What you learn. In Senegal, there is people that we call marchand ambulant. Uh, it is the people there who are selling product in the road how can I say
Yes,
embouteillage in
those are
English?
mobile sellers,
Yeah, mobile
mobile
vendors.
vendors.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you here in Senegal there is a lot of embouteillage. How can I say embouteillage? How can I say
Traffic.
traffic? Yeah, sure. There's a lot of traffic, so you can
Yeah,
be on the south of Dakar, and
yeah,
and and you were in
yeah.
traffic, so you were in, and you
Wow.
and yeah,
Yeah,
and you see the mobile vendor, all right? two
yeah,
day two day
yeah,
later 2 day later you were in North or West Dakar, for some reason,
Yeah.
you were in traffic, you see the same man there.
Wow.
You see the same man there.
And they walk, right? And they
Yeah.
walk, right?
Yeah,
And they're walking.
the question is, what is his model? I want to understand his model.
Wow.
Because they have one.
I
They know
see.
what time they have to spend in South. They know when they have to go to other place because at that time we have traffic here. There is a model.
Wow.
There is a model. And you can't learn it at school.
Yeah, you cannot.
You cannot because they are not trying
Yeah.
to find a solution for that because it's our business, our problem.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
African, we
Very good
Senegalese
point.
have to learn to understand their model, to see how to perform it, what you have to add
Yeah.
it in order to be more performance, right? And give it to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
As simple.
Very, very important
That's
point. Yeah.
that's
Very
that's my
important
way,
point.
to introduce just the laboratory of research. It is those kind of research we are doing. You understand
Yeah.
with some economics people. You
Hmm.
understand to find solution and give it to them,
Hmm.
give it to the to the government in order them to make some, I don't know how can I say it in English, so to make some courses, some
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, some education stuff for them, to
Yeah.
implement them CA.
Yeah. I see
Yeah.
that. Yeah. No, that is a very important point that you raised, and 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 I'm very interested to find out if you were to take those mobile vendors, what would you say are some important skills and knowledge that you believe young entrepreneurs? I mean, you just told me 70% of Senegal is under 19 years old, which is for me is just
Crazy.
if you think of Germany, it's the other way around, right?
Yeah.
Where 50% or 40% of people are over 70,
Wow.
something like that.
Wow.
And and so, what would you say are some important skills, some important knowledge that young entrepreneurs or young men, young women who have lots of energy need to succeed in things like fintech or e-commerce, especially in Senegal or West Africa in general? What are some of those skills and knowledge do they need, do you think?
I mean, it's like for the knowledge is, for the knowledge it's about, the market, right?
Yeah.
You have to understand the market and stuff. But the skills that you need is first, you have to understand that you have to go straight away. Don't stop. Nothing have to stop you. You have to get those kind of mindset. If I don't touch that objectives, I won't stop. What I will find in my road. You understand?
Yeah.
Like what my brother told me one day. He told me that you have to understand one thing. They will always in your road people who are here just to stop you for fun.
Yeah.
If you stop,
Wow.
yeah, sure. If you stop, they go to the other one just for fun. Yeah, sure.
Eh,
Yeah, sure.
ça m'a pour t'embrouiller.
Just for fun, brother. Just for fun. Just for fun. Look, it was
Ouais, je
like it
comprends.
was like I was at an office to know where is the paper that I need to build one business. I will tell you that. And in the
Yeah.
paper, They ask me one paper. I mean, in the list,
Yeah.
they ask me one paper that I can't have if I'm not already build the build. If the company is not already start.
Oh wow.
I need this paper to build the company. And
Yes.
I don't have the company if the I don't have I can't have the paper if the company is not already
Yes.
built.
Yes.
It's
Wow.
crazy. It's
Crazy.
crazy. And I was like, man, and I talked with my brother. His name is Mas. He's a surgeon. He's in the United States, actually in Tennessee. Shout out to him though.
Yeah.
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 He told me, man, you have to understand one thing. There is always people here around start trying to stop you. You have to choose if
Yeah.
you want to stop or if you want to continue your way.
Yeah.
If you want to stop, stop it. Go and do another thing.
Yes.
He won. But if you don't want to stop, you have to go straight. Continue. You have to continue your way. And if you are in the good way, you can feel it. You can feel it.
Yeah.
And if you come back in MoloMolo concept, if you put one step, it is the good one. You feel it, you see it. Because you see the
Yeah.
evolution. Even it's a little one, a minimum one, you see the evolution. And you take the other one.
Yeah.
Don't be in a hurry because people here in Senegal, Africa, people are not in a hurry. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We are late, very late, but we are not in a hurry. We
Yeah.
are, we are good.
That's true.
Yeah, that's good though. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I was talking with a person in Congo. What what she told me is here people are not in a hurry. If you are in a hurry, you have to step down, you know,
Wow.
and wait for them. You understand?
Incroyable.
It's crazy. But one more time, the most important stuff is to be dedicated. You know,
Yeah.
focus on your business, believe in yourself, in your business, in your people around you,
Yeah.
and do it step by step because it is better to make one good step than to make three good steps and five back.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my point of view of it.
Amazing. No, it's really wow. Alioune, this has been an amazing, amazing
Yeah,
conversation.
sure.
Mon frère, vraiment, je suis étonné,
Ah ouais.
je suis satisfait.
Oh. Ah, ça c'est bien ça. Ça c'est bien, c'est bien, c'est très bien. C'est très bien. C'est la
Non,
raison.
merci beaucoup,
Ouais, c'est la raison.
merci vraiment.
Mhm. Go ahead, go ahead.
Je voulais, I want to ask you, I want to ask you one final question. Because I think it's important to finish in a good note in terms of reflecting. If you were to reflect on your life, and of course we will have this is part one. We will definitely
Ah,
organize
sure,
another podcast. There's so many questions
sure,
I would like us to go through, but
sure.
for the sake of time, if you were to reflect, reflect on Alioune, where is he? How far he has come? All the challenges you've mentioned, and it's really you've only touched the surface on some of them. Um, what would you say are some valuable lessons that you have learned up to this point for yourself and maybe for your family that that allowed you to remain hungry, remain, active, remain, avec, je ne sais pas, je veux dire avec une puissance intellectuelle that enables you to keep on going. What are some of those lessons up to this point
Oh,
that you say you've learned?
let me tell you. First, I'm Muslim, right? And I believe in God and all the value that we learn in Quran. Okay? So we say, Muslims said that what God have, you can't count it. It's bigger than what you can imagine. You understand? So
Yeah.
if I put on the table right now, if I put on the table $1,000 million, right? And I said, Paulin, take whatever you want. And you say that I don't need it. It's for you. Why would you take $1 million? Or you can take, or you would take $5 million. Why? You take the $5 million and you leave the 9,500 million there. It is. Is it what you will do? You have to ask yourself why you have to stop because your company is working. If you got one company
Yeah.
who's working, why would you build a second one? If you got two who's working, why would you build a third one? Why would you build a group? Why would you want to go for more? There is no limit. Mr. Dangote is not a limit because he is still investing in business. He is still buying some properties.
Yeah.
You understand? We don't have to limit ourselves because they said that sky is a limit. No.
Yeah.
There is something above the sky, though.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
The limit is what is above the sky. It's not the sky. Because when you touch that sky, what will you do? Getting down? No. Going more up.
Yeah.
To try to touch what is up to the sky. I don't know what is up to the sky. Maybe it's the moon. There is something up to the moon, though.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's what is make me wake up every day and thinking about what I have to do more better. You understand? What I have to
Wow.
be more better. That's what is driving me. What I have to do more better. But life is not only the business. With the
Yeah.
business, how can I use like my family to be better. Because there's the thing,
Yeah.
you can't be a better businessman without being a better man first. You can't. I told you, we are Muslims, and the ethics is
Yeah.
important in my business. The ethics.
Yeah.
And personally, my God never told me that to be a good businessman. He told me to be first a good man. You
Wow.
understand? So I'm trying to be a good man
Yeah.
first, and those good men will drive me to be a good businessman. And the last thing I told you is
Yeah.
most of my success, most of them, I'm telling you, most of my success come from my
Mm-hmm.
family. You know what I'm saying? My own
Yeah.
wife told me to do this or do that. Don't do that. Do this. And she's not
Yeah.
businessman. She's not entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And I implement it, bring on it, build it, success. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's what driving me, the family.
Wow. Alioune, thank you so much
Okay.
for this time. Mon frère, merci beaucoup pour
Merci.
ton temps. Thank you so much for your wisdom. Thank you so much for your passion.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your courage, speaking. I know English is not your first language, I know, but you did such an amazing
Yeah.
job. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
man.
And there you have it, an amazing interview with Alioune Sylla, an amazing dynamic entrepreneur from Dakar, Senegal. My first contact in West Africa. I am so excited for the growth of MoloMolo, where it's going, the amount of positive energy we are getting from each and every single guest that we're having from now onwards. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this is MoloMolo African Tech Stories, where we share untold and forgotten stories of African tech champions and innovators that are trying to shape the African continent. I'm Dr. Paulin Kantue. Until next time, ciao.